Welcome back.
Welcome back. We just got here. I mean, welcome back if you listened to last week's podcast. Are we doing
For
this
the
weekly?
listeners,
Or are
for
we
the
doing it?
listeners.
We don't even know.
We don't know yet. I would assume we'll put it out weekly. You know what we should do? We should put it out weekly, find out when Dawson's Creek aired weekly. Like
Ooh,
what was its regular schedule, if it came out on Sundays or Tuesdays or whatever, and then we'll put it out then.
that makes sense. I like
Yeah,
that.
just like every Tuesday at 9 o'clock or whatever it was.
I like that a lot. This was an interesting
Um,
episode 4.
it was. I am Handren Seavey.
Oh, I'm Kim McVicar. We're just jumping right into life here. You know it. You listen to this.
Yeah, at this point, if you guys are listening, you're 4 episodes in. So you know who we are, what we do, watching Dawson's Creek. This was, what was it called? Discovery?
I never look at the
No.
titles. I never look at titles of anything that I watch. Do you? I never
Yeah,
read the
that's how
titles.
you end up getting in a lot of trouble.
Probably because I feel like if I watch the title, it's going to tell me what's going to happen, and I'm not going to like that.
I mean, it definitely tells you what it's about. Yeah, okay, this is Discovery. But also, this was pretty literal in this one because there was a lot of things. There was a lot of things to discover, and he discovers all of them.
Yeah, I mean, Dawson's
Everybody
an idiot.
does.
Like he's an idiot. Let's.
And you know what? It was great in this episode that somebody finally says it too. Joey, we'll get to that at the end.
Yeah.
Joey pretty much lays out who Dawson is and how he fucking acts.
Yeah, he's not the brightest crayon on the box. It was a really creepy opening though. So the opening is him watching a video of Jen. There's a theme with being creepy on the show. Everything's a little
Yeah.
creepy.
Well, he has no I mean, his parents are sex addicts, and he doesn't have any older brothers or anything like that. And so he doesn't know how to act. He doesn't know, like, don't just keep watching, video over and over again of the girl that you're now dating too. It's
Yeah,
not
with
even
the
like a
girl
weird
that
crush.
likes you, not like
Yeah.
alone either. Like what you do in your own time, you don't have to tell anybody. That's your business. But like
Yeah.
in front of another person,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
it is a little
good.
weird. Yeah, another girl like, "Hey, you want to come over and watch me obsess over this woman who I have?" It's not like he's like it's unrequited love.
No, and then you can tell that Joey's like in love with him. And so, like, what a nightmare. What a nightmare to be the girl sitting there watching a man that you think you like watch a girl. Just the
Yeah, it
saddest.
is, as it goes further and further along. Why does Joey like Dawson?
She shouldn't. He's
She
not
shouldn't at
nice.
all. No,
No,
he's not nice. It's a very toxic relationship.
it's bad.
And also he hasn't done anything to that I go like, "Oh, well, that's why. That's who he is for her." I get it, like he's her rock or something like, but that's not the case. He could
He's
care
never
less
there for
about her.
her. No, he's only in it for himself and to keep it the way that it was.
Mm-hmm.
Such a white man thing to do. Let's keep it the way that it was. No difference, please.
Yeah, he's very much, and I want to say, where was it in this episode? But again, it was when Joey talks about she has the line about Jen's boobs being like on the cusp of bees or something.
Yeah.
And then Dawson walks away and leaves her there standing, and her boobs look quite large again.
Yeah, and they're also weird. It's a padded bra. You can tell by the shape because their stomachs. It's one of those like tween padded bras that you could tell that girls
Yeah.
wear because the shape isn't right.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting. Although some girls do come out with like cone shaped breasts as they're growing the first time. I remember growing up and a friend of mine, her boobs were like a like a pyramid almost, and it was very confusing. Like it was like that's a
With like no
triangle.
bra on, that's what they looked like.
Yeah, they look like a triangle or like a bee sting in a weird way.
Hmm.
Like it was weird. It was definitely weird. But then in the very opening, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that it was a thing. unrelated to Dawson's Creek that I noticed about like watching old stuff from the 60s is like who was into the very cone-shaped boobs? Like they made bras so cone-shaped in like the 50s and 60s.
I can't imagine trying to fill that out. And then just that little pinch of material at the end, at the tip. Like it's kind of like a female condom for your breasts. It's probably why it looked like that. It was like the
Oh, you
same.
think it was a reservoir tip?
Yeah, I guess for like, when women used to shoot out, come out of their breasts. I don't know if you know this, everybody, but back in the 50s and 60s, women
Mm-hmm.
used to have, they used to come out of their breasts when they had orgasms.
That's
And so it
factual.
was, yeah,
And but
100%.
the reason nobody knows that is because women didn't have orgasms
And we
in the
didn't tell
50s.
anybody. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was a
Yeah, yeah.
secret. Uh,
It was only a lesbian thing.
just like this
Um,
video of the teacher banging the student on camera.
yeah. So Pacey, in no way can keep a secret. He
Well, wait,
melts down almost immediately.
would you melt down? Okay, so let's say the first time you ever had sex was secretly filmed by your best buddy. Such a
Mm-hmm.
weird
Mm-hmm.
story. And he was playing it, watching it with a girl, like they were both horny watching somebody have sex for a minute
Mm.
to each other. And then it's like your best friend and being like, "Hey man, did you think I was good in the video?" Because it's basically what he did. Super
Yeah,
weird.
that was a weird thing. You're asking a virgin.
Who just got his first kiss like a minute ago.
Yeah.
The same day
Yeah.
that you had sex, he had his first kiss.
I mean, I would obviously they didn't know it was Pacey. I mean, they say that right up front. They couldn't
But
see who the guy was.
how did they not know? Isn't there not footage of them walking towards the tree? Like if that camera is planted and recording the whole thing, how did it
Um,
not get
I think I don't know. Clearly, like, yeah, it just I don't know.
yeah, they
In my
hit
mind, they were
pause
doggy
and
style, and it was just her head sticking out from like behind a pillar.
but before that started, them walking towards the area is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I think this is what they want you to think is like here is a wall, the camera's behind looking this way at the wall, and they walked up, and then she just came out a little bit here,
I think that
and
you're
that's
giving
how
them
it picked it up.
too much credit. I don't think that they thought about it. I thought they were like, people will not think about this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, yes, obviously, if you could look into the logistics, how could they have not have seen it? But what they're trying to say is all that could be seen
Her face.
was Miss Jacobs, Tamara, if you will. Which also, I don't think there's any woman that age named Tamara, white. No white woman that age in
No.
99.
She talks about her age in this too, kind of, because he says, "Are you 35?" And she's like,
Kinda.
"No." That's like she's 48. She's 48 and she's banging a 16-year-old.
And I think she admits to another child rape that she was a part of in that scene.
Yeah, I
Because she
think
says the one in high school wasn't when I was in high school. I think to make Pacey be like, I'm talking about you. But I think actually she was like, that's why I got transferred to this school because I, used to work for the archdiocese or something. Like she is clearly a serial pedophile rapist.
I think she is. I really do. Also, so in this scene that we're talking about, it's later. Pacey is talking to his teacher, who he's banging. How
And they're just
many?
laying in bed like a normal couple on a Sunday night.
So worried about the world finding out. She's grading his paper basically, and he's laying there in
Hmm.
bed, and he's like, "How many people have you fucked?" And she's like, "Oh, 5." She did 5. She said high school, college, and 3 after that. There's no
Yeah.
way she's only fucked 5 people, and she was married.
It.
So that's
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah, because she's talked about her ex being like a crazy ex. She has a crazy
Oh, okay.
husband, which is why she moved to town.
I see. I don't
See, I
believe
think
that.
that
I
that's a quick
think
nugget, and then he's gonna come in at some point, and I don't know if it's true. He'll come in to the show to like beat her up, and then Pacey will have to like try to fight him at 16, and it'll be fun to watch.
but even in that case, I gotta go. I don't. I might be on his side. She's a pedophile. Beat her up.
100%. It's messed up.
But also Pacey. Yeah. So Pacey fucking blows it. He tries to hold her hand in public. Like, what does he not get? Does he think people would be okay with this?
Maybe he thinks he's so cool.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, this is New England. It's different
It's
here. People are
fine.
fine with it.
My dad's the sheriff. It's fine.
Oh yes, and then oh no, sorry, spoiler. We won't get into that.
We do know that his
Oh,
dad's the
what
sheriff
just
already,
happened?
though.
Uh, why is this happening right now? Hang on a second.
Sure, take your time.
Quit Adobe File Manager. Why are you? Your device is running low on storage. Okay,
Oh,
whatever.
you just don't have it. I'm recording anyways. We're okay on that.
Yeah, well, it'll save recording too. It might not save on the computer. I gotta free up some room. Um,
Did you say room? Room? Free up
room,
some
like
room?
free
That's
up
the
some
way you said
room.
it. Room.
Rum,
Room. It's like half
room.
rum, half rim. Rum and rum.
Um, it does come out in the following episode. You meet Pacey's brother,
Yeah.
but we won't get into that. You're right. So yeah, Pacey cannot. He just doesn't. I don't know how he couldn't realize like this. This cannot become public. This
Well,
is
this is
illegal. I will get fired. It will like. Have they never had a pedophile in this town? Is what
this
I'm wondering.
is this the B storyline too? Like it's not the A storyline?
So
It flips.
they would do this. It's where who's it is based around Dawson, but there are times where Pacey takes the lead as the storyline or Joey takes the lead, especially like as they get into college and stuff. There are some major episodes where Dawson's almost not even in it.
Good. He sucks. He's so dumb. I don't need him in
JVB, it's too
it.
bad. Um, but so yeah, Pacey is clueless to the fact that he is part of a very illegal relationship, and he then becomes very jealous of, and then it turns out she can't keep a fucking secret either because she just totally outs the other teacher.
She's like, he's gay. Shh.
Yeah,
It's not okay to be gay in this town. Like, there's so many secrets. It's a
I
weird
know
town.
too.
Like, you
Like
can't
that.
be gay. You can't fuck kids. What can you do in
What
the creek?
can you do in Cape Side? Yeah, and also him. I will say this: progressive for the show. A very not over the top gay character.
No, yeah.
Almost like he didn't even know the character was gay.
But maybe he's not. Maybe she's just saying that so he's not jealous and she's banging both of them.
I like her now.
Could be. You don't know. She's just be like, he's
Just
gay.
throw him under the bus. I don't know if they do this, but it would be awesome if they have several scenes where Pacey is hinting to him about he's gay.
And he's
And then
not.
the teacher thinks Pacey's hitting on him. He thinks Pacey's gay and
Maybe.
he's not gay at all.
That'd be great. Yeah. I mean, women do that all the time. We're like, don't be jealous. That guy's gay. Don't worry about it. And people are like,
Yeah.
really? Yeah. You just can't tell him he's not ready to. That's gone now. You can't do that as a woman now. Like, you
Yeah,
used to be
what?
able to be like, he's gay. Don't worry about it, babe. It's fine. And then that guy would never go up to that guy and be like, you're gay. Now I feel like guys would be like, oh, it's great that you're gay. And then the guy would be like, I'm not gay. I'm fucking your wife. Like, it's weird. Like, I think that excuse is
um
gone for us ladies. I'm so sorry.
yeah, I also just feel like there's nobody growing up. I'm not nobody, but like if you're born in the last 20 to 30 years and you're not out yet, like you're uh almost clueless to yourself, I guess. If you
Well, no,
know you're
it
gay,
takes time to know one, and then not know one. You know what I mean? To know if you're gay, and then two, I think everybody's different based on their family. Like my brother came out when I was like a 9 year old, but he was
yeah,
11 years older. I'm 38 now, so let's say what is that? 30 years ago, roughly. And
yeah.
when he came out, it was like I just remember him being like, "I'm gay," and I was like, "Okay," and I walked away, and then I was like, "Wait, what is gay?" Like, I had no idea, and he was just like, it means I like boys," and I was like, "Okay," and I walked away, and then he was like, "No, come back, you can't tell anybody," and then I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Cause nobody's as cool as you," and then I was like, "That's fair,
Oh, that's cool.
that's fair," and I have always thought I was cool after that moment. So
But still, that was 30 years ago. I'm saying like now,
I mean, now
this
I
is,
think you're encouraged at times to come out, and
yeah,
you may not be. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you may just be exploring and trying to figure it out. I don't know. I don't like when
This
people
is
say,
also 1999,
uh-huh.
outside of Boston. So maybe the teacher is gay.
You should have been fine
And
with it. Yeah, in 1999 in Boston, you should have been fine.
mm, Mm,
You say no? Okay. I think Boston as
yeah.
I think Boston like New York, and then I'm like, well, it's the
Oh,
same.
no, 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 no. Boston,
Oh, no, no, no.
no, no. I mean, there's the academic world of Boston is pretty diverse and stuff, but then the local world of Boston is
Well,
very
that's what I'm saying. Even
much more
still,
conservative.
I think that there's that going on still. Like if people are too afraid to come out now, I think that
Yeah,
it's their town, like and their family. I don't know. I don't think it's that super easy. I think it's easier. I don't necessarily think it's super easy. I
yeah.
haven't come out yet.
Anyways, this teacher's a pussy because he won't come out of the closet. No.
Yeah, just sucking kids' dicks. I wish.
No, that's not him. That is Tamara.
I know, but can't there be a gay teacher who does that? And I mean, maybe one day. I don't know in this show.
There
Okay,
are things that I would love to know. I don't think they include in this, but like, what does Pacey do with her? Is she blowing him? Has he gotten a blowjob?
is he going down on her? And how terrifying is she
Great question.
describing how to do it, or is he just like just
Yep.
spitballing in circles trying to do the alphabet?
Oh, god
Uh,
damn it. You're recording on your end. It just
yeah,
it's my disk space wasn't there, but I should be able to
we'll
recover
figure
it
it out.
afterwards. Um yeah, his sexual, cuz that's worse than a guy fucking a virgin girl. I think is a virgin dude. Like, what are you getting out
I
of
don't
that as a
know. Oh,
woman?
this is a good debate. This is a good debate because as a woman, if you're a virgin and a guy's slept with a lot of people, it's going to hurt you. So you're not going to be good no matter what the first time. A guy has a potential to be good his first time, even if he's never done anything.
Possibly.
Both are going to be bad, I'm assuming, but there is a
Yes.
chance. Also, newbies have a tendency to be more like, do you like this or do you like this? Because they don't know which women prefer. I think most women prefer over a guy
Yes.
being like, I heard this is how you do it. Yeah. And like, just like, what? Like, pulls her hair, chokes her or something. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready for this. But I feel like Tamara would like that.
I think you know what? She is a teacher, so she might have a fetish of I want to teach you.
Oh, yeah.
But I was just thinking, like, if it's an older guy and a virgin girl, um, it is like like it can be satisfying even if she does nothing. Where like an older woman and a virgin guy who's fucking clueless, like you do really have to like tell them
He's not
everything to
gonna
do.
do, but he's not gonna do nothing because he's so like. I think that's also the difference is guys aren't. They're more excited about it all,
Yeah.
in general. So they're like a little
But
jackrabbit,
clearly, I think she has a teaching fetish.
probably.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's why she's a teacher. Is this why she was a teacher?
to
Like
sleep with students
ultimately?
for sure. That's what she put on
No,
her
but to
test.
teach students how to fuck.
I mean, she does a
Like
lot of
she's
sexual
always
books.
taught English and stuff and thought like, oh, but what I really want to teach. And then finally she actually gets, to
They
teach
call
the
that
things
the
she's
real
always
health
wanted to.
class. Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be the class.
One-on-one health class, you know what I mean?
Okay, so that's basically a storyline. Peyton's fucking his teacher, and they're not worried about it. Like she's a little worried,
Not
but
worried
not
and
enough. She lets him sit down with her in public. Like she's not worried enough.
yeah.
Then Dawson is holding Jen's hand. Did you think that scene was weird in the very opening? Him and Jen are like walking through the woods or whatever, the green lands, and they're just swinging their arms so much like Red Rover. It's so weird to me. And then
I would bet
at
that's
cut to the
director.
end, and they're not swinging their hands. And I was like, oh, I see what you did there. Okay. That's
A
why you
little
made them swing
foreshadow.
so much because you're showing how happy they are. It's coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In the same way, Pacey is fucking it up, and Pacey brings this up to Dawson towards the end of the episode. Dawson learns about Jen's past, and he completely fucks it up.
Yeah. Do you
They're
think you
both.
would care if you were in high school and the girl you loved? I mean, this like he's in love with her. He's like psychotically in love with her.
He's in
Lust.
obsessed with her.
Yes.
It's not. Yeah.
Do you think that you would be upset if she had slept with other people? Granted, Jen's a whore. She slept with a bunch of people. Like she's like at 12. That's someone who got taken advantage of. She basically had Pacey's story reversed.
Yeah. I I might have been a little bit more, but no, I wasn't. I wasn't the jealous type. I was psyched. If they had sex, it means they will. And like that's Pacey lays it out pretty well he's like, you've hit the gold mine. Pretty much what she's saying is she's totally fine with it and gone that far. And now you just have to like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Dawson's gay. Partly, I think, I think that
Now,
might be the
him and that
secret of the
other
whole
teacher,
series.
that would be amazing. Him and the teacher.
The film teacher, yeah, that's why he's giving him
Yeah.
such a hard time. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, he just like it's like he just wants to kiss. I don't know. It seems weird for like a 15,
But you have to
16
think
year
of
old.
it, his first kiss. He started so late in life.
I know, but
So
still, I didn't know any guys in high school that would not have had sex on the first date, the first at the drop of a hat. Anybody who was like scared to go too far. I don't think that necessary. It might exist, but I don't think it really exists.
okay. So then Dawson is shooting this movie still, and he's allowed to go to his mom's job to do voiceovers. In
Yep.
like, that's amazing. And that guy's just sitting there letting him do that.
Yeah. Who's
Like
paying
the tech
the
guy.
clock for that?
And
The
then that
tech
tech
guy.
guy's like, "Have you seen your mom?" Tech guy knows. Like, that's, hey, have you seen your mom?
Well, with how open they were around the office, how could everybody at that fucking office not know? They just were making out in the hallway after
100%.
probably fucking in a dressing room.
So Dawson's mom is cheating on him, not Dawson, on Dawson's dad. I was going to say is
Yeah.
cheating on Dawson.
Well,
Um,
the way Dawson takes it, it's like she's cheating on the whole family.
yeah. So she's cheating on him and she's making out with her co-host in public, like hardcore. Like these
Yeah.
people are not ashamed to do bad things.
No. No, she's very much yeah, nonchalant about it, and as she kind of becomes, with Joey and stuff, like she doesn't do anything to end it. She's not like scared that her entire family is going to come crashing down. It's kind of painting Dawson's dad as a bit of a cuck, but now that we know what I it doesn't go down this way, I don't believe, but I wouldn't be surprised if were swingers and have a completely open relationship.
Now that would be a good twist if like, you know, she's cheating on her husband. She's not. He's like just like, yeah, fuck everybody in town. And that's like their whole thing. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
he's like, go out and fuck, and then come home and I'll fuck you after somebody else, after
I knew
Bob
a
did.
couple that did that. That's a interesting thing. Like
It,
the girl
it's
was
odd.
allowed to cheat and he wasn't. But whenever she did sleep with somebody, she had to go home and sleep with her husband when she got home. It's weird, right? I think that's weird. Now, how would you feel about
I
that?
think we have too many people,
That's too
too
many.
many people in the world, and you eventually get these new spawnings of personalities. Like when you only have 50 people in the world, you don't get that personality. But when you get to 8 billion almost, you're going to get every different possible type of person,
Yeah, if nobody's upset,
including
I
a
don't
cheating
care. It
whore like
doesn't bother
Dawson's
me.
mom.
If nobody's upset, I don't care. I just think that it's like, I don't know. For me, I would be like, no, not
It
okay.
just seems like a lot of work too. A
Yeah.
lot of like
Like she,
the
okay, so Dawson's mom is cheating on her husband, but then she's
mhm.
also banging her husband a lot. Like
Yeah.
they're making out all the time. There's
Yeah, there's
no
something
world where you would like that's a sex addict, I'm assuming, or something, because it's
yes.
like you don't want to sleep around that much. Like you'd be tired.
Yeah, totally. No, there's clearly a I want a spin-off that is their sexual relationship. That is just the parents like fucking and then her going out and fuck, like a HBO After Dark special,
Well, that's
Dawson's
basically
parents
why Dawson's parents quit the show. The dad quit the show eventually
is why.
because he realized that they weren't keeping up these crazy storylines for him. When they were
Oh,
going to
they
college, he was like, "I want off the show," and I think they kill him off. I don't remember, but
yeah, they do. He goes
spoiler alert.
spoiler alert, car accident. But yeah, I guess it is
I'm so
around
nervous.
when he's in college. But they get pregnant though. That's the other thing. Is pretty
Her,
sure.
don't tell me all these things. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, you've seen it. You know he ends up
I
having
have seen it, but I don't remember.
he ends up having a little sister, which means she's still fertile, which means is she, whose kid is it? Is she being safe? Like, I could get, like, you get into menopausal and you're like, it doesn't matter. I'll get a fucking STD. I don't care. I'll fuck around. But she is still which their parents' age too is a real mystery to me.
Yeah, because
Because,
if he's 16, they have to be at least 30,
but they
right?
say
But
they've
they
been together for
20 something
24
years.
years.
Yeah, this
20th
math doesn't
wedding
add up.
anniversary and 24 years they've been together.
So let's say they've been together since high school at 16. You can say 16. So
So they'd be
24
40.
years. Yeah, 40. So she would get pregnant like 44. It's doable. It's
It's
dangerous, but
doable, but boy, is they are really cutting a fine wire here.
yeah.
Let's give them, I mean, say they've been together. Let's say they're 38. They've been together since they're 14.
You can get pregnant then.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I
I
have
was gonna say, like, you know this. I'm still petrified of it. I don't want any. Okay, so she's cheating on her husband in the office, and Dawson sees with Jen,
yeah.
and the rock music that transitions. that
Finally, we
scene.
get into some harder. Yeah, it's been a lot of singer-songwriter, and now they go into like I expected to hear like Scott Weiland or somebody,
You and
but they get into the more
me.
grungy stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And which carries you through the rest of that episode. It all becomes a lot
It's so
harder for
long.
the rest of the episode.
And it's so long, their transitions. They're so long with the music. It's great.
I know, which I do when sometimes when I'm watching, I just hit the 15 seconds and it jumps just through the transition, and I go, okay, we picked up the dialogue again.
I watch it twice. I'm like, play it again.
It's
Okay.
interesting though, the songs that they get, because um there's different levels of what you have to pay for songs, and if you don't use lyrics, you could pay less than if you use lyrics. And so it's interesting the ones that they decide to play and play the lyrics of, because you go, really, you spent more money on tub thumping in the first episode.
Right. But after the show got picked, like after the show became super popular, it's easier to get bigger bands because you don't have to spend as much because of the exposure rate. It's like
Yeah,
why
because they
a
want to
bunch of
be on it.
famous people are on The Bachelor now. Like
Yeah,
you see all these singers on The Bachelor, and it's like doing their band thing or
yeah,
whatever. Okay, so then he's with Jen, and she's like, if you want to talk to me, I'm here for you, but also we've never talked before. Like,
yeah.
haven't you guys been making out for how long? This timeline is very confusing on the show. And
It
then she's
is,
like,
and also it is. I get Dawson's thing of like when he like asks her if she wants to, before this, when he asks if she wants to go do something with him or something, and she's like, yeah, and he's like surprised that she wants to hang out with him. I am also surprised she wants to hang out with him. Because that's the thing, is I don't feel, and it might be the acting, it might be the character's supposed to be that way. I don't feel like Jen likes Dawson a lot.
nobody likes Dawson. Nobody. They're
Joey,
just
for no
foisty.
reason.
She
I don't
should have.
get why Joey likes him that much,
He
but
spikes
with
her drink.
Jen, it seems very one. You ever see those one-sided relationships in high school where one person is obsessed with the other and the other person is like,
Just there.
yeah, just
Just to
there.
get
And
through high
also
school.
Jen's hair too. I don't. It's too. It's fine. It's very fine. It bothers me. I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna watch it more next time. It's very
Yeah.
bleached, but I think that that's
It's
just the
bleach, and
time.
I just feel like it's I don't know. She's like, it's like cancer patient hair or something. It's it's just very flimsy, and it's
She didn't have all her
a little
money yet to
frizzed
take all
out.
her vitamins.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of hairspray. That's probably hairspray. So they're sitting together, and then it cuts directly. He's on Joey's door. Knock, knock. Joey, I need to talk to you because you're always there for me.
Yeah.
What a nightmare, right?
Hey Joey, I have problems, so I want to hang out with you.
Right, which is when Joey totally could have made out with him if she did not tell him about, like, that's if you're the girl who's obsessed with a guy who doesn't like you, that's when you sink your hooks in. When
Yeah.
he's down.
Yeah.
That's when you're like, I'm here for
Also, the incredible lack of, why does everybody on this show insist on having secrets and then be terrible at keeping them?
you.
Because she didn't even really tell Dawson so much as he figured it out from her face and then she came clean. But it's like, I mean,
He was like, "Did you
clearly.
know?" And she was like,
And also, why would you think Joey would know? Like, that was the other weird thing, too, is like, of all the people that know, Joey, you must have known, huh?
"Of course I did, Dawson.
Yeah.
Now let's fuck." Like,
Yeah, she's somebody who doesn't know how to make a move either. There's several times where she could, if she had just leaned in, just started initiated anything,
she plays such a
then
battered wife all that's in every episode so far, where she like whenever she talks, she looks down, shrugs her shoulders. Oh, I'm just Joey. I
I'm
don't
no
know how to do
good.
anybody. I know I'm
Which, what is her
never.
sister doing? Her sister's raising her. Her sister is this powerful, like, get shit done woman who
Who's
bosses
like,
this
I
black dude
don't mind.
around.
Yeah, she's even like, I don't mind, like, especially in that time frame and that location. She's like, so what? Like, I fell in love with who I fell in love with. I'm not getting married yet. Like, I'm not like yeah, Joey just kind of,
Yeah.
she's
She
just
got all of the self esteem and Joey got none of it. It's like, I feel like Joey was just slapped once a day for the past 15 years.
by
You
Dawson.
know
Why
what
do you
you
think she's
did.
always in
Yeah.
his closet? Come on, he beats her. It's true. It's why she likes him so much. She's a battered wife. So then he finds out and he's so mad at her. He's like, "How could you?" And then there's like this bicycle in the scene that I really thought he was going to charge and then just sit on the bike and bike away. It never happened. I just really wanted to see it. And they like have the boat behind her, to be like, this is where she rose to. And it was like,
Yeah.
she has a pretty nice house for like a poor chick of town.
Yeah, a poor chick who's living with her sister who is raising, like, and they're at like a, I don't know, moderately successful restaurant. Like, those like crab shacks or whatever. It's not like they're bringing in a ton of money or anything.
Maybe it got left from her. I don't know. But yeah,
We do find out, we meet Joey's dad eventually, but he's in prison and the mom's dead. So yeah, maybe there
maybe
was
they
some
got all
life
that
insurance
drug
or
money.
something.
Maybe they got all that
Yeah.
drug money. Okay, so then he leaves, storms off, back to Jen. Jen's like, I was so worried you were gonna go to Joey. And he's like, I'll never do that again. And then there's no argument. There would have been an argument there. Like that's when Jen would have been like, wait, you went and talked to her and not me. Like
Yeah.
there's no way that because Jen's so strong that she wouldn't have that moment.
Well, and that's why I don't think Jen likes him that much, is because she is even aware, she says it to Grams, that like, yeah, there's some mild sexual tension between them, but all in all, it's on the up and up. And it's like, if there was even mild, like, I don't know, just somebody who is like really into you, it'd be like, hey, it kind of bothers me that you confide in this woman who wants to fucking suck your dick every day. Maybe,
And she
you know,
finds out about this towards the end, which we'll definitely get to. It's so much in that ending scene between Jen
with
and
the two of them
Joey.
talking. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Again, Joey, like,
so much.
well, you know what I would do is I would just take
Wait
it for
forever.
years.
And then she just sits there. Can I wait with you? You guys are creeps. Maybe they're gonna bang too, and then tomorrow I'll jump in. I hope.
Now that would have been the show teenage me wanted to see.
Then and Peyton. Pacey. I said Peyton, Pacey.
Starring Peyton Manning.
Then Dawson's like, secrets are evil. Everyone needs to be honest about everything. And then she's like, fine. I fucked a guy when I was 12. I fucked a few more later. Some of them mattered, some of them didn't. I'm 16. And they moved me here when I got caught banging a guy on my dad's bed.
Yep. And that's where he falls apart. And in that is just, I don't know, that description that Joey gives of him, of everything is black and white, is, it does hold up for the character. I think it's stupid for a character to be like, not for a character to be like that, but it just makes me like less empathetic for him, because you'd be like, oh, so you've had sex several times, so we should be banging right now is what we should be doing.
Right. And also, okay, if a girl says to a guy, they moved me here because somebody took advantage of me when I was 12. Like she words it in a way that an older man took advantage of her at 12.
Mm.
She's bro, like she's like all, then you have to be as the man going back in your head of all those times where she was like, please don't kiss me, I need more time. Like you're you're pushing her. Like it's just such a weird like. It's
You
such a
think you
specific.
think she was lying there, or you think she's that broken
I
that
think she's
she
that
like is?
broken that like Dawson needs to like step up and realize like, fuck, I keep pushing this girl to make out with me more, like to commit to me. Dude, if she was fucking banging a guy at 12, she's got problems. Let her figure it out. She's only 16.
Yes, however,
As someone who has fucked many 12-year-olds, let me tell
no. As I have found, is generally, especially in the earlier years, maybe as they get older and work or maybe therapy or something, but somebody who has experienced that is usually then becomes incredibly promiscuous
which
to
she
try
did,
and compensate for that.
which she did.
So you think that she's now past that and now trying to take more control?
She said it in the show. She said it many times. She said it like to her grandma. She basically is always like Dawson. Like in the beginning when he kept trying to like go too fast, she was like, so yeah, I moved here to like take my time, and it's like,
Mm,
pay attention, dude, pay attention.
mm.
But
I think
Dawson
she's lying.
doesn't know how.
I think she just
Are you
is not
sure?
into Dawson that much. I think the
Maybe.
second she finds some guy she's into, she fucking old Jen right back.
Do you think she fucks somebody while she's dating him? Oh, that'd be great. Don't spoil it.
Great question. I don't
Don't.
remember.
You
I
looked
don't.
up like you had it in that memory bank.
Well, I don't think so. But at the same time, like, I don't think anybody gets to banging for a while. Like,
Except for pacing.
well, yeah, no, and actually, I think he might be then continue with other people, but I don't think Dawson. I don't even know when he fucking loses his virginity.
And then
I don't even know if it's in high school.
what do you think of the scene? So then after that, Joey goes to like this place where Dawson is because she knows where he'll be because they're besties for life.
And he treats her even more like shit.
And then they do this daydream about their marriage.
Yeah, that was weird.
And then she says, what was the
That was
exact
another
word?
time when it was like, okay, and now you kiss. Like you just set up everything and now you kiss.
And then she said, she walks away, she's alone, and she says, straight to the Smithsonian.
Yeah, I didn't get
I don't
what
understand what that means. Like, I know that
me,
that's a place, but what does that mean?
meaning like only in a museum or something. I don't know. It's in history, it's in the
Like,
past.
I know the dialogue of the show is for like it's so much more mature than their age, but it's still more mature than me. Like, still.
Yeah. It's like it was written by what's his name who did the West Wing?
I don't know.
Um Oh, he did. He's done all that. He's that writer guy. He wrote all the West Wing. He wrote the Trial of the Chicago Seven.
I don't
No, we
know.
have to look, but it's he writes all that, quippy back and forth dialogue all the time.
But that was so weird and specific, and they kept it in that I was like,
Yeah, I know. It
what?
was a reference that I don't get what she meant by
Yeah, it was so weird. And then oh, in that scene also, I don't know if you noticed.
Aaron
Well,
Sorkin.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
Well,
like a
they're
teenage Aaron Sorkin. He used to be a crackhead, and this is like premium crack Aaron Sorkin. Let me write teenagers who speak nothing like even adults speak.
yeah. When Dawson is talking to Joey and they're having that moment, he had a huge bug on his shirt.
Oh,
It's
really?
so gross. Yeah. I was like,
The pants, I will say
they
the
didn't
dress,
redo it. They didn't redo that scene. They just left that
they just
bug
kept it
on
in
his
for
shirt.
natural. It's
They
natural.
were never
It's
gonna make out, so it's fine. I'm sure that they
the
eventually paused it and those two freaked out. That's what I like to think, because then it was gone.
oh yeah, they did. The script coordinator wasn't like, "Can we put the bug back on? We had the
Mhm.
bug in the last scene."
Yeah.
um, the pants, the men's pants have gotten better.
Okay.
Uh, there was one shirt that Jen was wearing that I was like, that is Graham's shirt. When it was just so like, who the fuck would wear that? It was that it was when she goes in to talk to Graham
Mhm.
and say, like, yes, I'm going to hang out with Dawson. Like, I'm not pretty much they send her there for Graham to like, you know, be a better
Get her
influence
together
on
because
her.
she's
And
so
she just
Christian.
walks all over Graham.
Yeah. It's a fine line.
She talks to Graham like, "Hey, I don't have a problem. We don't need to have this discussion." And it's like, you were sent here because you have a problem.
Right, but it's so New York too to do that. Like, I feel like that's a normal feisty person. That's a normal. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Well, but the shirt she's wearing at that point, it's like this short sleeve, but with a collar. It's like a Jackie O type one of those shirts, and it just zips up, but it's all plain, a weird kind of purplish, and it just looks like something like an old lady. Like I don't know where she would find that as a
Says the guy
teenager.
who's dressed like a hunter right now with an orange hat.
Yeah. But it's also not 1999.
All right.
I don't know. It just seemed some of the stuff Jen wears, they're trying to like make her have this certain style and fashion, and then I feel like some of the things are just like, oh, you went too far with that one.
Maybe. Maybe. What do you think is going to happen next week?
Um, I so I looked at the title.
Cheater.
It's the hurricane or the storm or something. So people get locked down and in places, and I don't know. I'm guessing um that Dawson is either locked down with Jen or with Joey.
Uh-huh.
And I bet it's with Joey, and then something happens between them.
Ooh, I'm guessing Pacey just bangs the teacher a whole bunch. And then Dawson tells his mom, I know you're a cheat.
Uh, yeah, he was that because I watched the very beginning of the next episode because I thought we were gonna do two. But was it in this one when they were going out for their anniversary?
Yeah. And
Yeah, and he
and
was
he never
like,
gets
"Dad, I
it.
need to tell you something," and then he says 20. Yeah, so definitely that continues. I think that continues, but I don't. That that was okay. That was another thing too. Dawson clearly just immature. His way of solving it is, I'm gonna go tell my dad. I don't think that is the right way to go.
On their anniversary.
On their anniversary, it's not. I think you tell the mom first. I mean, one, I don't know if you say anything to anybody. Like,
I
what would
think
you do if you found out your parents were
so.
cheating?
My dad did cheat on my mom a lot, but I
Okay.
wasn't born yet, so I didn't have to
Okay.
directly deal with this. But I'd like to think that I would um I'd probably manipulate the situation at that age. Like
Just to get some money out of it or something.
yeah, I would go to the source of the cheater first, and then I would
Hmm.
be like, "Hey, I want to take this dance class," and they'd be like, "No," and then I'd be like, "You're cheating on dad." Like that's how it,
Mm,
even if dad was at the table, that's probably how it would come out in my life. It would be like,
yeah.
"I want this, you say no, I hurt you." Wow,
I
I've
think
grown.
I mean, if one parent was shitty and they were the one that was cheating, then I would, like you'd want to tell the good parent because, Dawson's dad, albeit
Yeah.
talks way too much about fucking his mom in front of his son. Other than that, is a good dad, and by all means, Dawson's mom is a good mom to him. She's
No,
good
she's
to
nice
him.
to everybody. Yeah, that's the thing. He's in a
So
weird.
I don't know if I would step in there. You go, that's between them. Neither of them are being shitty to me or to like their. Maybe you say something to the mom,
But
but to
you'd
go
have
tell
to
the
say
dad
something at
first.
some point in time when the dad's like, "Your mom and I are gonna bang so hard this week." Like you gotta be like, "Well, you might want to get that tested first, Dad." Like there's got to be a moment where you're like, I feel like you have to tell
Yeah,
because of the way they talk about that. Now, do you think that whenever he finds out, because eventually he has to,
yeah.
they break up and he just starts banging a bunch of chicks and telling Dawson all about it?
I would hope so. I would hope he would be as open with his sexuality, with his sex
Strangers.
life with anybody, not just Dawson's mom. That would be great. However, I feel he's a bit of a fucking cuck, and he's gonna find out and let it go.
Oh, I hope not.
That's what I think. I think he just takes it because right now, still, as far as we know, he is jobless. He just is there to be. He's a fuck boy, is what he is.
Yeah, I guess.
He
But
doesn't have. We don't know if he works anywhere or anything, and don't know what he does. I think eventually a restaurant comes into play, but right now Dawson's dad has nothing going for him, and I think he just takes it. He just has to live with it.
oh, what a sad life. You
I
don't
know.
have to.
But I mean, look at Dawson. Dawson has no backbone either. Like, clearly,
See, there's
they're nice
Joey. There's
guys,
so
but
many no backbones in this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bunch of spineless people.
Yeah, and then Jen has scoliosis, I think.
Yeah.
Now they did bring the one thing is they brought the grandfather back. She talks to him again. I
Mhm.
feel like um he I don't know. Okay, do you think they have him die?
They have
I
to at
feel
some
like I don't
point.
remember that or anything. I feel like they just kind of fade away and forget and stop talking about the fact that there was a grandfather there in the first
No, I
place.
think he dies, and then I bet you Graham's like starts getting a boyfriend.
Ooh, does Graham
Don't
see
tell
somebody?
me. Don't
I'm trying to
spoil
think. I don't know. I know there's eventually an older uh
companion.
no, like a guy that like Dawson works for who's an old guy, but I didn't know if him and Graham's get set up or something. That would be interesting. Um but yeah, I don't know. I think in the next one the lockdown in the hurricane is going to cause stuff to finally come
Of
out,
course.
or like between the parents, what
It's
do
the
they
metaphor of
say,
what a
and
hurricane is, the
yeah,
center
and
and
between Joey and Dawson, or Jen and Dawson, though somebody's gets locked down together, and something definitely happens, and then maybe Pacey and the teacher bang,
she gets
and
pregnant.
oh, that would be great. That would be great. I
Episode
wish
3 timeline.
that would be really good. What do you think happens?
I told you already, but I'll say it. I think that Pacey fucks the teacher a bunch.
Oh, that's
And,
what you think. Do you think the whole episode is just them bang?
and it's him being like, how do I do it on a table? Cool. How do I do it in a bathroom? All right. How do I do it standing up? And it's like, let's do it in a hurricane. I also
That's
didn't
what
read
I'm
the
wondering
title.
is why isn't there more talk of like when they're laying on the bed there? Like I think a teenage boy would not just be laying on the bed all clothes on. Like they would have either just fucked and be laying there naked,
And
or
his
like
socks were clean.
that's a weird thing about you.
Me? Are you kidding me?
That
No,
you
he was.
noticed that.
Of course, it was like in the shot like this. His feet were up.
Uh, um but yeah, I wonder how long that relationship goes. He's just so dumb about it, and she's getting even more slipped up about it, that it's got to come out soon.
Yeah, I want some crossover fucking soon.
What do you mean?
Like, Dawson fucks Tamar, Pacey fucks Jen. I want some shuffling with the sexual like partners
That would
switching
be
stuff.
great if she was like, "Why don't you bring your friend Dawson over too?"
Yes,
And they fucking Eiffel Tower Miss Jacobs.
I'm in. I think that's a great
Um,
episode. There's got to be a bunch of porns on Dawson's Creek. I bet you there
Oh yeah. Okay. For listeners,
is.
your
Okay,
homework
next
this
episode.
week, not only watch the next episode, but go on to Pornhub and see if we can find some Dawson's Creek parody porn. Actually, never mind. They're teenagers. Don't do that. I'm afraid
But they're
of the
not
porn that might
anymore.
have
They're
been made.
not anymore.
No, not in real
Real
life, but I'm saying like in the show, just you might, if it's not on Pornhub, don't go looking too deep for it.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
that's
so
Handren's job. Handren will do that.
I will not. I will not search those things. I will but yeah, I don't want to wait for the next episode of Dawson's Creek, the hurricane. We got to see what happens with the storm. Things get wet in more ways than one, you know what I
Tomorrow's over. All
mean?
right. Bye.